Hey guys, I'm here, Snow86, and we are back on Ladyhill. So today, very simply, we're a little bit, we are heavy. We are carrying a lash of lime here on the back of our trailer, and we'll jump external and we'll just show that. So we have a load of lime heading down the road, and we are definitely rear heavy. So we're going to have to just take it handy till we get back to the farm. Probably should have put another bag or two up front maybe, but anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, we're just getting back down to the farm here, guys. Quite simply, I think we're okay to go. Yeah, we're going to be spreading lime on the fields, the grass fields that we cultivated, and then we can get out and get seeding. Actually, we might even just tank a bit of slurry out there, and then we can get out, get them seeded. So that should take care of that job then for us. All going well anyway, that'll take care of that job, guys. So that is our plan for the day. Looks like we're going to be relatively dry for the day, so it should be pretty good. It's just a matter of getting these jobs kind of knocked out now. And yeah, we're in a good old place then, guys. So our money's taken a little bit of a hit. Obviously, we've jumped into early September, so we've paid our loan and we've just paid the bones of just paid the bones of I think it was about 7,200 on all this beautiful lime that is causing me heartache to try and get home. Oh yeah, she really doesn't like that. But anyway, let's see, can we just force her in? But yeah, we're back at the farm now, so the worst of it's over. So we can pull out the lime spreader, fertilizer spreader that we have, and yeah, we can start working it and getting it on the ground. So this should really see our yield of grass in these 4 fields take a significant jump towards the good side. So that's what we're hoping for anyway. So we're just going to abandon ship there, take all the straps off, and how are we going to unload this? I think if we start with the 4 at the back, we could probably get the 4 into our spreader. I reckon we could get him in. Let me jump inside for this. Might be just a little bit easier, so we can see our forks, see what we're doing. Oh, should be able to nuzzle these in. There we go. So we'll just retreat backwards down here a little bit. Now this loader I'm looking at as well does need a little bit of a service at some stage, so something we're going to have to tend to. But we have 4 bags on there, so we'll just run down this way and quickly grab our tractor with the spreader on the back, so we're all set, ready to go. Well, apparently we have a little bit of lime in this already, so interesting. I think it'll take 5 bags, but sure, for the start we'll kick 4 in there. It'll be a good test, see how we get on. I imagine we'll probably use these pretty quickly. Could be wrong. Oh, we're way out. So we'll just go all the way up. And if I start booming out, hopefully she doesn't get too rear heavy on us. So I think that's us unloading. Not quite yet. So if I just do that, that's us unloading there now. So now we're sucking diesel. So handy to be able to unload the 4 bags in one whip like this. And yeah, I do think we'd probably squeeze another one in there, but we're going to go with this and see how we get on. We don't want to overdo it either and be left again with lime in a spreader that we possibly can't use short term. So I bought quite a lot. I bought what did we buy? We bought 16 bags. Yep, 16 bags. So we have a load of lime now. So that should be more than enough to keep us going for the short term. We get the old cover closed and we'll track down to the field, and yeah, we'll see how we get on, guys. It should go relatively handy. I can't see there being too many issues with it. But yeah, it is just a case now of get in here, get it on, and yeah, we'll see how it kind of plays out. Obviously, as I say, we'll be looking to throw out some slurry as well on the field, as that will really kickstart the growing process for us, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of growth before the end of the year. We should, to be fair, we should. I can't see why we wouldn't. So we're going to start in the backfield down here at the bottom. And yeah, we did resoil sample these fields as well, so that's another hit in our money that was taken. And you can see in certain areas there the lime is quite poor. So all going well, this will fix a lot of this issue. Yeah, I think that's kind of more or less the sum of it really. So we're going to get in here, zoom way out, because let's be honest, we need to. And if I do this, we are spreading lime, just like that, guys. So we won't be in too much of a rush. Ideally we'd want to spread it on kind of thickly. It's not going to do the job I wanted it to do, is it? Look at it, it's leaving it very patchy. So I wonder if we just slow ourselves down, do we get a bit better? It's hard to know. It's a little bit better, I think. But speed is definitely not our friend when we're doing these jobs. So maybe pace is probably the way to go. It does mean we're throwing out a lot of lime. But is it for the betterment of the farm? That is the question, guys. Now we do have liquid lime, so we could potentially sell this, buy a little sprayer and actually do it that way, and that might be a better way to go, because it would mean we'd have to spend a little bit more money on the sprayer, but we could get the pulse width modulation, which would give us an even and uniform flow of spray across our fields, and that would probably solve a lot of the issues that we seem to have with the solid type spreader, where it just doesn't quite like doing this kind of spreading. As you can see, that field it's done, but by no stretch of the imagination would I say it is ready for it's perfect. Let's be honest, it is not perfect. So now it's a nice feature, I do like it, because let's be honest, in real life I don't think you'll ever get a fertilizer spreader to throw it out fairly even. Just kind of tends not to happen, I think, really. So yeah, where obviously liquid application is probably a little bit more refined, so it is something to think about, and we might go that route in time, but for now this is working, so we'll keep doing it. But yeah, we might guys end up moving away from the solid fertilizers and start heading down the road of liquids. They're probably a little bit more expensive, but if we're getting a more uniform application, we might actually be in a better place to do it. So yeah, that's definitely something we're going to have to look into. Can't remember now exactly where I parked this bad boy, so we're just going to have to skedaddle across the front of the house here. I know the car is there somewhere. There it is. So we'll just kind of swing our way around, get our cover open. And where's the best place for me to abandon this now? So we'll go down this way. Might work out that I can get it there. We'll see. So we'll take from the rear again, because it's just a little bit easier to I suppose the trailer isn't going to do a little flick on us and kick us around the place, so should be pretty good there, I would think. Nope. Go on, pick it. Oh, there we go. You have to do a little bit of a flick and a twist, and if we straighten up, we should be good there. So that should be good enough to get us in here now. should now be able to boom way up forward again. And there we go, filling once more. So nicely doing, just filling away. Not too much else going on, but yeah, we're definitely going to end up using this lime. I thought we'd have a lot more left, but I don't think it's going to be the way it works out. And we didn't even empty the bags there, so we still have 4 on it, so we'll just back them in here, and we'll head back out, get to field number 2, and it's a rinse and repeat process really. So we'll jump in cab and we'll get back down to the field, guys. So after this we'll probably seed it, and then we'll probably spread slurry out in it, so that'll take a little bit of pressure off us really. So yeah, seeding shouldn't take too long. Well, I say that's 4 fields, 3 meter seeder. It'll take a bit of time, but yeah, it is what it is at this stage, guys. So we're just going to press on really, get this done, and we'll be back here in a little bit and we'll be out with the seeder. And yeah, we'll be seeding grass, redoing our paddock, so hopefully that'll see a good increase in yield then for us going forward, guys. So with that said, we'll set the bar rolling here. We're going to be very close, so we're going to something like that. And yeah, we've overlapped a little bit in the beans, but I don't think it matters too much. So we'll drive on, guys, we'll get this done, and I'll see you here in a minute with the seeder. And we are back. So we have nearly 3 fields fully seeded, and we have 1 left to go, and the weather has updated again as always. It's going to rain in probably 2.5 hours, so we are, I won't say under we're under a bit of pressure. We're not under savage pressure, but we are under a little bit of pressure just to try and get this seeding done before the rain. It would be ideal if we can. Obviously then we do still need to fertilize the ground and roll the seedbed, so the quicker we can get back into the field to do that process, the better. Now the rolling, I think we could probably just crack on with the rolling regardless. Well, obviously not in the rain, but we'll probably roll it before we spread the slurry. Because in my little head, the rolling should be fairly straightforward, and we are missing a pile, so we'll just get back and just clean up this little edge, because let's be honest, we don't want to leave anything to chance. We tended to miss a few bits in our fields when we're doing this, so hopefully in the grass paddock we don't. That's the idea anyway, but yeah, that is where we are, guys. So we literally have this pass, and then we're into field 11, and that is us seeding grass done. Well, the reseed of this year anyway is done. We still have 2 fields that we could reseed in future once they call for it, but for now I think we're doing okay. We don't need them, or they're not requiring it, so I don't think we're going to do it just yet. We're going to save ourselves that little bit of trouble. So we'll disengage the GPS, and thankfully the GPS has worked flawlessly in these fields, even though we have expanded them. So not sure what went wrong with field 12, but it is what it is. We won't complain too much. We're cracking on, we're getting it done, so that's really all that matters. So we've 1 field left to do. As I say, we've about 2 hours of dry weather, and that then will change pretty quickly. It'll get wet pretty fast. It tends to do that around here. So oh, how is this one shaping up? So if I drop in, enable my GPS, and we're away again. I'm assuming it's bringing me this way. I actually didn't even check. Yeah, it is. So we'll get into this field now. We'll get it seeded as best we can, and yeah, going forward then, as I say, we'll have a little bit of seeding, not seeding, a little bit of, let me try and get what I'm trying to say out. Still a little bit of field work left to do, so we'll have some fertilizing and things like that. And now we are all over the show here. Hold up, let us get somewhat set. And that's probably good enough. We'll drop in there, enable GPS, and away we go again. Yeah, so we'll still have a little bit of field work to do, but I think we're kind of well on top of ourselves. The soybean harvest isn't due for another little bit of time yet, so we're not under too much pressure. It's mainly just a case of keeping an eye on the animals now. We'll be rolling into December where we'll be selling some crops, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But again, as I say, for now I think we're in a pretty healthy scenario where we should be able to drop in here without making too much of a mess. Yeah, we should be in a pretty good place now where the workload could tail off again, so it seems to ramp up and slow down, ramp up and slow down. But yeah, we're going to be slowing down here now, coming into, well, I suppose once we get the soybean harvest done, that'll be us until spring again, where then we'll be back out to plant oats and the soybeans again. So we have all that to consider, but as I say, for now we're in a pretty good place, so we're not too concerned. Just try and get line back up here. Sometimes I don't like the way it does that. It just throws me a little curve at the edge of the field. It's fine, we'll work it. It might work out there at some stage, it might work itself out, but yeah, not the end of the world, guys. So we're going to press on. There's little things we're going to do on the farm over the winter. We have a bit of shrubbery to clear, try and make a bit of space for our new cattle shed. That is definitely going to happen this winter. Whether we can afford it financially is a different story. We'll see how we go, but for now that is where we are. The other thing that's going to probably be hard to do is change out our fertilizer system. I checked the one we currently have, and to sell it we get about 44,000. Now we could tidy it up a little bit, maybe squeeze a few more pound out of it, but I don't think then we're going to be able to buy a new sprayer, especially not one with the weed suppression and stuff, or the pulse width modulation spraying in it. So that could slow things down a bit, so we might stick with the solid fertilizer for now, because let's be honest, it's working away. We won't complain too much if it's working. So that's probably where we're going to be stuck with. I think for me the priority would be to get the second cow barn up and going. That is really where the money will start rolling in once we get these animals breeding, and hopefully they'll start breeding Decemberish. I'll be hoping. That is kind of a rough estimate. I haven't checked their age in a while, to be fair, but I'd imagine it'll be that kind of December mark. So that is where we are. We'll drop in and away we go again. So we don't have much left in this field, as I say. We'll probably, a story of our lives, get caught in a little bit of rain towards the end of this, but it is what it is. We should still get it all kind of somewhat seeded before the heavy rain comes. So again, I'm not too concerned, but the main thing is we got it lined and we have it sown. So that's the big part. The sowing is really the big part, because the quicker we get it sown, the more chance we have of getting a decent first cut next year. As I say, the rolling we will do, and the spreading of manure we will do, but again, the manure spreading not essential to the start of it. We could probably pick it up at any old stage. Would it be better if we do it earlier? Probably. Give the grass a better start in life. But yeah, we'll see how we go for time. But we should manage to get it done. It's just been lots of rain. I think it's rained nearly every day in this game for some small period of time. So we haven't had a great summer by any stretch of the imagination, but we did have a fantastic canola harvest, so some positives out of all that rain as well. So yeah, that is us. We are out here just doing our bit. Tractor is fairly dirty, as is pretty standard now at this stage, so we'll have to give it a good wash after this. But we're going to bait on, get this done, and I'll be back towards the end of this field, guys, and we'll see where we stand then. And there we have it, guys. We are fully seeded. So our grass is reseeded, ready for growth and rolling and spreading slurry and all that good stuff. So we're going to get this bad boy back to the yard, get it in for a quick wash and put away the seeder. Because we're done seeding out till, I would say early next year, probably March, April, before we're back out seeding again. So we can now officially stick this away. We don't need it anymore. And pesky door that keeps opening, we close again. So we still have a few bags of lime left, so we're going to have to try and put them away in storage somewhere as well. So we've a couple of little odd jobs to do, but we'll tip away with them. The main thing is we beat the rain. We have about an hour to spare, I think it is. So all in all, I think that was a fairly successful day. You can see the dark clouds starting to appear. Let me just get out the old power washer and wash down the old seeder. But yeah, I think we're in a good place now, guys. So hopefully, I must check my animals actually, so we might do that there in a second. Hopefully they will start to, they should be pretty close now to the age where they can become pregnant and start producing calves, so that will be fantastic. And hopefully, because we've kept more or less all the good genes, we can then look to offload some of the older cows, maybe once they hit that kind of is it a 3-year mark, I think, is it 36 months, around that they start to kind of peak in value. So we'll definitely be looking to, I love the water effects, see how it gets so easily distracted. Hit it with the power hose, it got wet, that is a nice touch. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to start to recoup some money now pretty quickly. That would be the plan, but we do need to come up with another 100,000 to spend on the cattle shed, so that will be something we'll have to do. We're not doing too bad at the moment, but don't want to go too far. We're just going to wash it away, because I don't think we've actually washed it since day one. Look at the dirt stuck to it, pesky dirt. I get back with inside the range, there we go. And that is us more or less clean, guys. So we'll park everything into the shed. Oh, wrong button. I've already actually discovered that feature as well. You can actually drive the power washers around the place. Never knew it was there. So we just back this in here, and as I say, that is us done with seeding for this year. Obviously there will be more seeding to do at some stage, but for now we will not be going near it. But we can now spin tight here, get in around the back of the yard, and we'll quickly have a look at our animals, because I think we're pretty close to them being ready for weights and stuff, so we probably do need to feed them, if my memory serves me well. So we'll get kind of set up for that as well. And there we go. So let's have a quick look at the animals. So this guy is 9 months, so we're waiting on him, really. So we've 3 more months to go before he's 12 months, and then he can start to reproduce. So these fellas in 3 months will be 18 months, which means then they can start to reproduce. So it's working out pretty well that in 3 months time, 2 to 3 months, we should be in a pretty good place to start well, basically we'll start producing calves. So we'll have 3 and then 9 months as pregnancy. So we've about a year from now, guys, to make our money. So we've got to keep an eye on that. We're down around 20,000, so we need to make 80,000 in a year and not spend that. So on top of that, then we need another 60 to cover the loan for the year. So we need 140,000. So with that being said, guys, I think we'll leave it here for the day. This area is an area we are going to clear out over the winter. Right down to the fence line. We'll just try and maybe have to do a little bit of landscaping. We'll see how it goes. But for now, as I say, I think we're going to leave it here, guys. This is pretty much us done. We'll be back again. Obviously, we have soybean harvest to come and a couple of other small bits to do. But until then, guys, I've been Stummy6. This has been Ladyhill, and until next time, guys, we'll see you all again. Take care.